What's up, guys? Sean Mayo here, and today we're going to be looking at abebooks. I'm going to show you guys how to find the products, find the correct format, how to know how many pages to do, as well as finding your discounts and everything else you need to do using our bulk lists, or if you want to put together your own search. We'll show you how to do that as well. Okay, so let's get right into it. The first thing you want to do is select your site you're doing. We're doing it abebooks today, so these two pieces of information are very important. You should be looking at this before you even go to the website. So we're just going to look at the template. I always look at the example first. And the number of products per page. The number of products per page may not match what you see when you actually go to the site. So when we calculate page numbers, the page numbers need to be based on this number. It doesn't matter what the website has. If there's 10 or 24 or 50, it has to be whatever is here in Tactical Arbitrage. So we're looking at 30 per page. abebooks does have 30 per page when you go to the site, but some sites are not that way. Now the second thing you're going to look at is the link itself. This is the example, and when we bring a link to search, they all have to look like this. It has to be in this format, or Tactical Arbitrage isn't going to read it. So if you can't get one in that format, for example, clearance or other things at stores, then it may not, that search may not be compatible with Tactical Arbitrage. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this link and we're going to go look at abebooks. We're going to find a search to do, and then we're going to bring it back over. So now, as you can see, this is, we're just looking at the example, which is dictionaries, and what you need to know is that abebooks actually has over 4 million books. It has almost as many products as Walmart does on their website. So, there's a ton of stuff to look through. And what we need to look at here is, do you really want to search 115,000 items that are in this category? You may not, so there are some refinements that you can do. We can look by new only, used, first editions. We may only want to look at new books, because we're going to be comparing them to sell on Amazon as new. And that's going to narrow it down by over half. So now we're down to 40,000. And you may want to look at the book ratings, because if it's a badly rated book, people may be returning them. You may want to avoid that by getting only 3, 4, or 5 stars. So let's just say 4-star and higher books. Now we've narrowed it down to 39,000. Maybe let's look at 5-star books and see what we get. So now we're down to 20,000 items. So we've gone to under 20% of what we started with just by doing a couple refinements. You can also look at seller locations, only look at U.S. items because you're paying shipping a lot of times. And now we're down to 10,000 items. So now we can take this search and we can see the link, and the way it's doing it is just taking the listing codes and putting multiple ones together. So what we can do now is we went from 100,000, which could take days to run, and we've narrowed that down to about 10,000, which may take only hours to run. So we paste it in here. We need to select abebooks again. That's not the right store. And now we're going to pick our start page and our ending page. So we're going to start on page 1, and to see where we end, they actually don't tell you how many pages there are, but we know that it does 30 pages at a time, so we'd have to take this number and divide it by 30. So if we take this number, 10,489, and divide by 30, it's 349.63333 to infinity. So you always want to round up, because that 2/3 of a page, the 20 some that was left over, it wouldn't look at. So if it's 349, it's 350. If it's 350, you're going to go to 351. So now we know there's 350 pages that we want to search. So we're going to do page 1 through 350, and then you're going to select your filters, whatever filters you want to use for doing, that you're going to use for books. You're going to enter those in there. We're not really going to get into filters right now. And then hit submit. And as you can see, it's going to run all these pages from 1 up to 350. And as you can see here, there's 10,489, but it says current product expected is 10,500 because it doesn't know how many products are on the page. What it's actually doing is taking the 30 that it expects per page and it's multiplying it times 350 pages. So that's how you get your 10,500, which may not always match what came from the original site. Now I'm going to go ahead and end that. And if you want to save all that time and effort, we do have a bulk list. As you can see, if we click on abebooks or any other stores in tactical arbitrage, if there's a premium bulk list that a third party has made, you can buy it right here by clicking that blue button, and there's usually a link underneath it as well. Here's what it looks like. It's very simple. You're going to have all your links and how many pages there are, start page, end page, and then all of the actual descriptions of those categories. So, you have it all in one place. You're going to save the time. I believe there's about 3,300 different categories on this site. So that would take you quite a bit of time to do. You can scan up to 400 pages, different categories, up to 48 hours. It's going to end after 48 hours. So, if it's something you're interested in, we do have that available. They're very economically priced. So check that out if you're interested, or make your own.